Imagine you wake up and you're caked up. Your friends got their handouts, cause you the oven baker. Betty Crocker meets Aunt Jemima without the head wrap. Disrespect, it's a rap. Get your head tapped with the Chinese acupressure. Meet your maker from Ocho Rios to Cuatro Cinco. I'm a staker. It's only right I invest in Hex. I got the...
And if that doesn't make you feel sorry for him, then you just a cold motherfucker.
Yeah. Grand morning, grand rising, what the business is. I'm black, I understand what white privilege is. They say we ghetto cause we want more for our fellows. To not get scammed and lose all their crypto. I grab the cello, make the sound of falsetto. I'm a priest, I don't break what's confidential. Factual, only deal with what's essential. Higher standards, you thinking backwards. If this was back in the day, you could roll up into backwoods. Or get slump body found in the backwoods. I got excited so my wife it gave her Blackwoods. Not abusive things, I mean it was that good. Test me, I wish a nigga really would. The news said he got left where he stood. Nah, I open the scroll of papyrus. Knowledge deeper than Osiris. I throw the shells when I'm divining. Charity. It's not your money.
It's not your money.
He is an old soul.
Your crypto-esophagus filled with penile protrusions. In a pulse-chain bathing suit with the nippled up delusions. I'm a Pan-African, Haitian-American, humanitarian. Don't trust, verify. I'm not a Luciferian. It's not your money. Mixtape coming soon. No expectations. I learned that from Richard Hart too.
This? They're like, oh, we're just gonna take your money back. It's not your money. It's not your money. It's not your money. It's not your money.
What up? What up? What up? What up? What's going on, everybody? Peace and blessings. What's happening, man? What's happening? What we doing? What we doing? What we doing? What we do? Hey, yo, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, y'all? Hey, salute to the chat, man. J Boog, what's the deal, man? What's going on? What's going on, J Boog? Hope all is well with you, man. What's going on? Checks my pulse. What's good? What's good? Future Wealth Squad. What's happening? What's happening, man? See, that's that positive mental attitude that we need. You know, future wealth, abundance, and greatness. You know what I mean? How about that, man? Happy birthday to good old Hex. 5 years. Yo, it's today, man. Birthday, right? That's crazy. 5-year anniversary. 5-year anniversary. It should count for something. You know what I mean? How about that, man? 5 years. I remember when it was day one when it launched, bro. Man, I didn't believe in Hex. Man, 5 years already came and went, man. So much has happened in 5 years, man. So much has happened in 5 years. This thing never shut down, right? It never stopped working. Blind Royalty, what's going on? What's going on, man? You already. DJ Cryptomatic in the building. Happy 5 years of Hex, my G. Happy 5 years, yo. That's crazy, right? A nickel. Living through history. Living through history. Blue collar grunt. Always a blessing to catch the stream. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Always a blessing to have y'all here, man. For sure. Disco Doug Bill says flawless. Flawless victory. Remember Mortal Kombat from back in the days? I know I'm dating myself. Was it Mortal Kombat? Oh, like with Raiden. When Raiden would just like make somebody blow up and flawless victory. It's been flawless victory for Hex. That's crazy. As far as like, hey, flawless in operations. Price action, leaves a lot to be desired. But hey, nothing's perfect. Well, we use what we have, right? We use what we have. 5 years, man. I decided to do this stream really not even remembering or realize it's you guys. See, this is why you can't be out here thinking you can do everything out here on your own. You, as my viewers, actually reminded me it's 5 years. It's 5 years. We gotta take a moment to like think about those of us who've been like some of y'all have been around since the beginning of this Hex thing, man. 5 years still here, still cooking. How many other projects are gonna be able to say that? How many other projects that came out 5 years ago? 5 years ago are relevant today? Like really, how many are really relevant today, right? We caught on to the wave of this whole 10,000X mania that Richard Hart created inadvertently. I think he didn't know that this thing was going to take off the way it did. Like as far as this 10,000X thing that singed in our minds as crypto enthusiasts, as DeFi supporters, investors, etc. This 10,000X narrative is singed in our subconscious. However it landed, however it reached its goal, it did. It just did. It did. You want to say whatever you want to say, manipulation, blase, blah, blah, blah. It thing went 55 cents. A lot of people got rich. A lot of people, right, saw the success. They saw it in Hex. They saw it. They lived it. They lived it. Bar none, hands down, it is what it is. And 5 years later, for it to still be relevant, I don't care what side of the spectrum you're on, if you're a believer or a hater, this thing is still the topic of conversation among many. Still, if you like it or don't like it, it doesn't matter. You're talking about it for Hex. All publicity is good publicity. Period. How many projects can say that today? Can Safe Moon say that? How many projects can say that today? Can innumerable amount of projects within the last 5 years time span are dead in the water? I don't care what people are saying about some 99% down. I don't care about none of that. It's still a topic of conversation because the product market fit is crazy. It's just crazy. And it's relevant and it sticks. Whether you like it or not, don't matter. 5, yo. A nickel. 5. Man. Man. December 2nd, yo. And what's weird is, shouldn't 5 be a special thing? You know what I mean? Like, as far as like, okay, 5 years. In crypto, that's kind of a big deal. I think to still have a community rallying behind something 5 years later through the ups and serious down, it's been down longer than it's been up. Well, this last 3 years, it's just been kind of, difficult depending on how you look at it. Yeah, it's been difficult, grueling. The last 3 out of the 5 years has been treacherous. But it wasn't down 99% from its all-time low. You know what I mean? So not many other people can say they have a community that just even expanded. Just, own blockchain, layer 1, DEX to a company, and all this stuff going on. We're watching the cryptocurrency climate evolve. New presidential administration coming to in the US. It's pro-crypto. All these macro operations taking place. Well, you're watching certain things unfold and you're seeing it translate in the markets little by little. You're like, yo, and Hex is still doing this thing. Hex by itself hasn't stopped working. No matter all the thousands of scams that have come and gone, no matter how many blockchains you could turn off and on with admin keys, Hex is still doing what it was designed to do. And people just, some people think it's old technology. Some people think it's past its time. In the grand scheme of things, man, what we think, what we feel, what our opinions are don't even matter. Because some people within the first 5 years of Bitcoin could have had all kinds of crazy feelings and mixed feelings. How'd that turn out for them? But some people in the first 5 years of Ethereum could have had all types of mixed feelings. How'd that turn out for them? Hell, for some people during the first 5 years or several years of Doge, a meme coin, could have had crazy amount of feelings. Oh, this is the joke of the crypto and this and that. How'd that turn out for them over a period of time? How'd that turn out? When you have somebody now who's one of the richest people on this planet, who created some type of government entity, and the acronym is Doge. In other words, you can't hold on to crypto. Don't get involved with crypto. Don't get caught up in the ScamTagious. Don't get caught up with that. Because it's out here. It starts with you. With crypto being a solo sport. You decide what to do, when to do it, how to do it, why you're doing it, with your money, with your wallet, with your blockchain of your choice. You. It's on you. You. But a lot of times, you allow this computer and all the assortment of information that gets bombarded to you to distract you. And you think you're missing out on things. And you want to gamble. You want to diversify. You want to play this. You want to play that. Right? Strategize. Rebalance your intangible portfolio. You want to catch some gains here so that you could take that money and go reinvest in something that you think is so slow and it's not really working. Meanwhile, doesn't always work out. Doesn't always work out. You know what's funny about traders? You know what I mean? Like traders who talk about their gains, their earnings, their winnings. Why don't they ever become even more transparent and talk about their losses, their mistakes? Why don't they ever do that? They act as if they're always right, damn near 100% of the time, as if their winnings, as if their trading strategies are flawless. They'll never show you their losses. But then they'll tell you, oh, look at all the gains I've made. Look at what I do. This is what I, to throw you off. Why is it so hard for people to just accept when you're focused and you're concentrating on whatever your goal is? Why is it so hard? It's because sometimes maybe people are short-sighted. They're envious that they can't be as committed, right? As dedicated as you might be in achieving your goal. So they're going to try to do things to gnaw at you, say things to throw you off, right? Distract you, make you feel like what you're doing is wrong. And a lot of it, most of the time, like for me, this whole thing has been a test. How bad do you want it? How bad do you really want it? You want to see gains? You think 10,000x is just achieved like that, just easily, without pain of some sort? How bad do you want it? We're watching historically what's been documented historically. These coins that have gone up have suffered serious downturns, serious capitulation, like levels where you could just easily give up every single time. These coins that have gone up, I'm talking about, for example, Bitcoin and Ethereum. You watching it over a period of time. All you had to do was hold them. All you had to do was hold those two coins. You didn't even have to reinvest. You didn't even have to lend anything out. You didn't have to do anything, liquidity pool, providing, whatever, earn fees, nothing. All you had to do was acquire it and hold it and win. That's not even something that anybody can debate. Or if they choose to, they can debate, but you can't deny the fact that holding, people who held the longest as far as BTC and Ethereum didn't fare very well. You can't deny that. And why is it different now? It's not. You just have a bunch of choices of things that people have thrown at us that we can do, supposedly, to earn more. I think technology is a gift and a curse. I think crypto is a gift and a curse. I think many things in life are gifts and curses, man. It's how you apply it. How do you use these tools to benefit your life? That matters. You know, I'd like to believe that most people out here in this world are good people, are decent human beings who don't wake up every day and figure out how they can hurt someone. You know, I want to believe that's also true in crypto too. But unfortunately, there's a huge learning curve when it comes to this crypto thing. And there's a big, even what like this, the learning curve exponentially extends even further when it comes to DeFi. And so it's easy to get caught up. It's easy to lose. It's easy to get tricked out of your blessings, to lose, to get scammed. Very, very, very easy if you're not careful and if you do not know what you're doing. And you don't see and read between the lines and look at the signs of trouble that's coming. It's always there. It's always there. Like the truth doesn't waver. We can either ignore the truth, accept it, do a little bit of both, but it doesn't change. The lies come in many forms. They do. The illusions come in many forms. But we watching something take place here that's been working 5 years now. All it needs to do is prove is not even prove anything. It's just the value has to go up. What's it gonna take? I don't have the secret sauce to that. And if I did, I wouldn't share it on the internet. You know, people are talking about stable coins going to $1 before Hex goes to $1. Like Hex, there's no cap on how high Hex can go, right? But people right now, they just get caught in this mania, in this fervor, these phases of whatever that captivate individuals. So it's whatever the wind blows, they go. Now it's this talk about some pegging issues and stuff like that, which can be exciting, I guess. Yeah, it could be exciting, but exciting doesn't pay the bills, man. Just about some exciting. I can't write a check and put I'm excited on it to pay a mortgage or pay rent or buy food. Oh, guess what? I'm exciting. I'm exciting for some pegging. Pause, no diddy. Like these people, it's strange. When you've been miserable or living in a miserable bear market existence or allowing yourself to go through the misery, you want to see relief. So anything that you can see and attach yourself to that will just ameliorate your conditions, you flock to it. And that's what we find here. You know, it's crazy, man. This is why I kind of like stopped consciously, willfully. Like I stopped trying to talk to people about crypto and onboarding people, yo. Like I've stopped doing that years because first of all, I know my limits. I know my limitations. I know what I can do. I'm not a salesperson. I can't sell water to a well. You know, I can't sell sandals to your feet. I don't do that. But I have onboarded, right? Years ago. And you know what's absolutely crazy? See, this is why, like, as far as content creator, I see y'all, man. Hexander, good morning. Good morning. As above, so below. Good to see you. Hexangelo, what's happening? As far as like creating content, y'all, you never know who's listening, who's watching you, who's paying attention, right? Come to find out, like, it's somebody who I onboarded who happened to stumble upon my channel, right? They stumble upon my channel and they were surprised that I was, streaming. I've been streaming for years and blah, blah, blah. And then they heard one of my streams talking about different things like other projects that are out here, like from people who were once involved in the community and have since left and created stuff on other chains, right? You know what they did, y'all? This is why, like, this thing is like a gift and a curse. Because I didn't tell this person anything. They just bringing it to my attention. They were like, "Yeah, we know," we meaning them. They were saying to me that they heard me say, my thoughts on certain projects. They went and did the research and got mesmerized and enthralled by the other projects, right? Because they're not experienced, right? So I get it. If you're a newbie or someone who just you're not really in crypto like that, you don't follow it every day, every week, even monthly. You're just, fair weather with it. Sometimes you win, sometimes you not. You don't really care. You're almost like a set it and forget it. And in some cases, if you're a hodler, you better off setting things and forgetting because it's worked out well historically. For example, for BTC and Ethereum. If you just copped that joint 6, 7 years ago and just held it, you'd have been winning today and not even think about it no more. You would have been up, way up, way up, right? Set it and forget it. Yeah. These people got enthralled with some, oh man. With the projects, I was like, you know what I'm saying? From the other side, the other team, a lot of teams. Because this one guy used to stream about Pulse X, and now he became a founder of a bunch of other tokens elsewhere, right? Used to stream about Pulse X and slide into people's DMs to get them to join his mastermind. That guy, they did research on this guy. They did research on what he got going on. And then the thing about it is, it's again, you do you. You do what you want to do. I can't stop you or anyone from investing in whatever you want to invest in. That's not my role. You can't stop me from doing the same either. So guess what? They tried their hand in getting involved with whatever other guy was doing. And whatever they doing over there, build on this, build on that. Everything is about a fair launch. Everything is about a hyper deflationary, right? Yeah. Because this is what my onboard is telling me. It's telling me, oh, fair launch. Oh, the onboard did weeks amount of research and felt like they could educate everyone about whatever the system they invested in is about. This is where you get duped. This is where you get duped. This is how you could easily get duped. My onboard did maybe 3 weeks worth of research. Oh, it's hyperdeflationary, it's fair launch. Oh man, and then this is another word, another buzzword, a buzzword to sound like you're doing something. Meritocracy. Get the meritocracy. And telling me about it. Like, yeah, I wonder because, this is fair launch, no illegal ICO, saying the same thing that the founder who was once a Pulse X streamer, because the founder has a lot of disdain for Richard now. So my onboard is giving me the same information, like we almost damn near verbatim. Dr. Moy, I see you. Blessings to everybody. My onboard is giving me the same information that they're hearing. He's regurgitating the same information he's getting off the internet and telling me about it. And I'm like, all right, what do you, I don't know what to say. It's your money. Good luck. What you want me to say? Oh yeah, the 3 weeks worth of research. This sounds like it's solid, man. Imagine, man, this coin could go 55,000x if you do this and do that. And I'm like, huh? Okay. Yeah, read the white paper. There's so many white papers. It's a community. It's been out for almost a year, over a year. And like you educating me? Okay, I get it. I don't know everything. I don't. I don't know everything. I don't pretend to know everything either. Maybe my onboard knows something and has some information I don't. I've been holding on to this one for a while. I've been holding on to this story for a while. Because it's not as recent as I'm saying it is, right? As it sounds like the last 3 weeks. No, this is a few months. I've been holding on to this one for a while, and I'm watching. I'm listening. I'm watching from afar. I'm watching. We got to, like, since the summertime. Around the summertime, he pulled my coat and told me, "Oh, I found your channel and heard what you were saying about such and such project." And I went and did the research, and I took a chance and invested my money. Guess what? What happened to these dreams you said you had about retiring in 6 months is if everything goes according to plan, like you thought that green team was going to offer you? Because according to his calculations, he pulled out a spreadsheet. Yo, this guy got in like, and I felt bad, man. Like, yo, oh man. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, you can't tell people what to do. But if you didn't, I feel like some way somewhat culpable too, because I'm talking about something, and then you take a little bit I'm talking about, and then you go run with it, do your research, and you may like it. I feel like I'm somewhat of a conduit, right? If it weren't for me talking about it, you wouldn't have known anything to go referral. Maybe you would have. Who cares? That's how I have to chalk it up at some point. It's like, who cares? It's not my problem, man. Pulled out the Excel spreadsheet. Johnny Chaos, I see you. What's going on? Fuckery is afoot. It's always afoot, brother. It's always afoot. Pulls out the spreadsheet and is like, yo, if I get this coin and that coin, because they're gonna burn this, and it's a buy and burn, and it's fair launch, and it's meritocracy. Oh yeah, everything is fair. Fast forward to now, to today. Ask me if he's having the same conversation with me. Ask me if this because in the US, this was a holiday weekend. Ask me if he had a nice holiday. No, he stressed the F out. Whose fault is that? Not mine. Because everything he was betting on is not panning out from the green side of things, from the green team, from the green side of things. And what was crazy about it, a year ago, the whole tune of everything was different. A year ago, everybody was excited. And what was worse was when you heard there were people that were in Hex. Happy 5 years, Hex. Happy 5 years, Hex. There was people in Hex that went over there to the green team, and was investing hard, making money, hand over fist, showing screenshots, whatever. You had people just excited, holiday season. So who wouldn't want to feel that? A year later, it's the exact opposite. It's the exact opposite. Dude don't even know what to do, what to even invest. They got like 20 plus things going on over there. 20 plus different projects going on over there. And you mean to tell me that's going to help you get rich? Because at some point, it's not about your philosophy. Nobody cares about your principles. Egalitarian, noble, ethical, financial nonsense. Nobody cares about merit. Show me the money. That's all it's about. Like for the majority, for me, I can't even speak for the majority. Show me the money. You can't show me the money, kick rocks. I don't know what you're talking about. Whatever you talk about is just, it means nothing to me anymore. Oh, you're going to do this buy and burn of a buy and burn, and we're going to do a buy and burn of a buy and burn. That's soon going to buy and burn more of a buy and burn on top of the fair launch. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And then you're complaining to me about why the green team. Ask the green team. Don't ask me. I don't know nothing about nothing they got going on. What they got going on doesn't interest me on any level. Especially when you still hear the founder like these really like trying to sideways indirectly slap RH with indirects about illegal ICO. Oh, he raised billions of dollars and produced lackluster projects. I paid for my audits out my pocket. You know, you try to prop yourself to make yourself look better so people can buy into you. Meanwhile, you're struggling. You're struggling to remain relevant because whatever foundation you built yourself upon was just a bunch of quicksand. You built your empire off a house of cards. It's crumbling little by little. I see it, but people don't want to hear stuff like that. They get mad because once they were making money, all is great. Once you're making money, everything is good. Everything is groovy, sweet. When that changes, oh, they want your head on a stick. There are no friends in this. This is about money. That's why people lose sight. They forget what this is all about here. It's about bread. It's about money. It's not about a kumbaya, people. And what happens? They're struggling. Oh, launch this contract upon this contract upon that contract. Certain teams already had flaws in their contract. They don't know what the hell is red all through. Like he showed me the chart the other day. All was just red. All the coins down, back. And this was a thing where you had people in Hex talking about folks need to embrace them because people in Hex who were just holding on to RH coins were narrow-minded, didn't know what was going on, had no clue. Meanwhile, look at what you got going on. Look at what you got going on over here. What's this producing for people? How are people seeing money every day? Because that's the bottom line to all this. How to produce generational wealth. For me, that's what it's about. Where I don't have to depend on working a 9-to-5, helping my employer become more prosperous than I ever can become. I don't want to do that. Decades later, you know, working since I was 12 years old, still have to work. Decades later, decades longer than many of you been alive. No, I want to have this machine tech. These people talk about machines. Oh, these machines that are riddled with admin keys. These machines where you have a human being still calling the shots behind the scenes. Stop with the lying. Oh, it's the machines taking over. Ain't no machines taking over. It's the people taking over, and you lying to the people. And so, yeah, my onboard got wrecked. And it was just a thing of like, look, I don't know what else to tell you, man. I don't know what else to tell you. You did your thing, and I hope you learned. I hope you're learning. I hope you're learning. Hex is still a topic of conversation 5 years later today, whether you realize it or not. Or is anything green team going to be a topic of conversation 5 years into the future in a positive light? Because you could still exist doesn't mean that people like it. Doesn't mean that people use it. Doesn't mean that it has any value. Could be worthless. There's a lot of things that still exist that are zero, absolute crap, garbage, and no one talks about anymore. Here we are, you know, Bitcoin 95K last I checked, push it, teasing 100. Like, this is where we are. The beginnings of the actual bull market that we've been waiting for. We've been waiting for the last 3 years since the previous cycle. And these people lose sight. They lose sight. They lose focus. They just can't help themselves. And jump ship. Oh, there's something else going on over here. Let me see if I could chase it and then come back. And when you chase it and you get wrecked, where are you coming back to? Nowhere. There's nowhere to come back to. You lost everything. How are you coming back? Who are you lying to? You're lying to yourself. That's 100% facts, Johnny. The second they refer to RH as a criminal or saying he did something illegal, everyone should clearly know it's a coin made in spite and jealousy, and they don't even understand. Yo, talk about it. Johnny be kicked. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I mean. Johnny, I'll let you say it. Because if somebody like me says it, I'm toxic. You know? I let you listen, man. You've been in the community longer than me, man. You know the ins and outs, the twists and turns, and even can even explain the operations of T-Share much better than I can. And you could break down the human behavior of people, the weird, like just confusing human behavior that people do on these chains, the economic activity and whatever they do on these blockchains, man. You just broke it down. If I say that, I'm toxic. Respect, man. Like, respect to all y'all, man. And the problem is too, people don't have. And sometimes you have to just embrace intelligence. It has nothing to do. It's not about the messenger. It's about the message. Wherever it comes from, let it stick. Allow it to stick. It's beyond who's saying it. But some people, they're like, oh no, this guy here. Because sometimes I feel like, and it's just me, man. I'm human. I'm just human. Like, yo, what why do people can't understand this? Why people like they like have an aversion for common sense? They have an aversion to common sense. You know, we're not even trying. We're doing for ourselves. We're doing for ourselves. The minute we decide, we said, listen, I'm gonna get these tokens right here and I'm just gonna stake them. That's you doing for you. No one's doing anything. No person, right, calling the shots. These people on the other side, they started complaining to the green team. They started complaining to the founder about liquidity and all these operations and weird stuff going on. And what do you think he did? He made some changes. I thought this was about immutable. I thought this was about fair launch. I thought this was about meritocracy. Oh, so you're the holder. You're the holder of meritocracy. I have to believe in you. I have to believe in a human being like you, right? To trust, to have my best interest in your heart. It was already hard doing it with RH. But RH, to date, whether you like him or hate him or blah, blah, la, 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 whatever, has done something that most people in life will never do. And created a certain lane for himself where he's just like, yo, here it is, man. Here it is, giving tree. It's not your money. It's not your money. You want to see something done, you do it, and everything else that he spoke about over the years. Not these people here who have a great deal of vitriol for him, say that they could do things better than him and have yet to really prove it, instead of like really rallying behind what's already here and what's worked, and allow new people, new thoughts, fresh new thoughts and ideas, and someone else to come to the fold to bring something that's groundbreaking, that's as groundbreaking as what we have here, so that everybody can benefit. These people produce things that just diluted everything, that diluted all our attention, diluted all the monetary focus and power that we had. We take our bread and we divide it in 100 different projects, but we expect Hex to go break all-time highs. We expect Pulse Chain to break all-time highs. People are still pissed off about how this thing been sideways and down for so long. You know, to break through that angst, that barrier of weirdness, it might take a while. It might not. Meaning, like, for us to really see, for me to really see things break through SAC prices, SAC levels, A lot of this stuff that people have, all this hate and want to ROI and leave and not come back, we got to get rid of all that. We got to get through all that to then see nothing but, the blue skies and beyond. We got to get through all these people that just have so much hate for this man. Get out the system, spend whatever you got to spend, dump whatever you got to dump, get out of here to then really open up, and then boom, here we go. Until then, we're going to hear conversations like about a P-die, a pegging. Oh, stables pegging. Oh, this is a thing right now, and that's the thing right now, and that's always been a thing. It could have been a conversation the whole time and unmasked by a wider collective if people weren't so short-sighted and thinking about how they can do things better than Richard, jump ship, create other projects, and create nothing but dilution. In my opinion, what do I know? I know nothing. I know nothing. It's weird. Then a lot of them jump on Ethereum. Ethereum is Ethereum now. Ethereum, like we 9 years later, you still trying to get rich off Ethereum with low capital? Many of us are not rich like that. You still trying to get rich off Ethereum? A wing and a prayer? You try to come rocket or safe moon your way to stardom? Some Binance? You trying to safe, scratch off lottery? Yeah, let me play this. They put $10 here and see if I could get $1 million jackpot like that. The fees are ridiculous over there still. And we watch it, what's going on in Pulse Chain. I watched the fees increase kind of considerably on Pulse Chain this last week. Real talk. But Pulse Chain is a better Ethereum with the copies of everything on Hex over there. We could have did a serious campaign teaching people, listen, really talking to people on Ethereum or whatever, connecting and then, but I've been streaming too, so whatever, it's whatever. A lot of us do what we do, how we do it. We don't work for anybody. Well, we work for ourselves. And then educating the folks on Ethereum, listen, you got whatever you had on Ethereum is over on Pulse Chain. Whatever you had on Ethereum up to May 2023, the middle of May 2023, you have on Pulse Chain. So the developers could start deving, do what they do, bring the liquidity over there too, and help your community flourish on Pulse Chain. But that wasn't the talk enough. That talk wasn't celebrated enough. It was just a lot of other stuff going on within this last year and a half. And now you see a resurgence. Oh, copies. Oh, P Maker. Oh, P Ave. Oh, this, that, stables. Yo, the copies. We got copies. Chainlink. Oh, yeah, the copies were always there. The copies are there. They've just always been there. So what was the sense in this extra talk about building? All you guys that wanted to just jerk yourselves off about some building talk. How's the building helped? Help, like, you know what I mean? In on a grand scale, what has the building done for help people? Like what the extra building that y'all built when Ethereum, the most of coins that was on Ethereum, all the coins that was on Ethereum in May up to May 2023 got copied over Pulse Chain. Like the building's already been there, like, but you want to build more because of your ego. You're right, your self-aggrandizement, your need to be the focus of everything. Meanwhile, you're not Richard Hart. I mean, like, you launch weird coins, hex clones, you do weird things, sacrifice, questionable stuff, donation, this whole time. I mean, and Hex hit its 5-year anniversary. Where's the fanfare though? Where's the, oh, but wait a minute. I don't work for you. You want to see something done? You do it. Shouldn't have been, like I was saying, 5. That's a time. That's a thing. That's a milestone. half of a decade. That's a milestone, man. Where's the fanfare? Where's the fireworks on the internet? Fireworks, with the meetups, conference, it's 5, man. How many projects can say they've lasted 5 like this and it's still relevant as we are today? Like, as we're not for real, like real. Let's be real. Let's be real. How many? Not many. Richard Hart birthed a lot of people, a lot of coins, a lot of folks who are in crypto who created things attached to Hex, who created things to challenge Hex, who created things to go against Pulse Chain, to go against him, to go against Pulse. He birthed a lot of y'all. And y'all give him 0 credit. 5 years, y'all. I'm not counting what he did before. I'm not counting the 50 cent per block Bitcoin 10 years, or since 2010. I'm not counting. I'm just counting now. 5 years Hex. What Hex has spawned from the mind of one man, not many people can duplicate that action. Not many people in this world can do what this man has done, and indirectly, and how he's impacted people directly and indirectly within crypto. That's crazy. And maybe it's a sentiment of why, like, the sentiment of the community of why, like, we hadn't even seen a video from him, right? Like a pre-recorded video. Thanksgiving just came and went, for example. He grew up in the States, right? He understands Thanksgiving and all that, you know what I'm saying? But the sentiment over here is so wacky, it's so weird. Maybe that's, and I don't know, I don't know him, but maybe that had an impact of why he didn't just throw out a holiday video, because he had the sensibility before, or expressed sentiment before, where he did holiday streams, understanding that many people, holidays are the worst times for people, because everyone goes through struggles in life, and he had the wherewithal to even to say that and to stream for folks. Maybe it was during Christmas, but I know it was one of these holidays, either Thanksgiving or Christmas. He streamed with the purpose of just connecting with people who might not have anyone to share a holiday with. Like, that's not something you just take for granted. You know what I mean? Not one pre-recorded, and maybe it's because the community doesn't deserve it. Maybe the Hex community really doesn't deserve it, yo, because of everything that happened. Hex Futures, I see in the building. Hex Futures, fire content, man. You guys, the Johnny Chaos, the Dr. Moray, the DJ Cryptomatic, and a lot of y'all that been here since the early. I appreciate y'all even coming through here, man. I really do. I really do appreciate y'all coming through. Hex Futures got this calm way of talking, and the man is like, when I hear him speak, I'm like, oh man, this dude is an archive. Quiet as kept. Archive. DJ Cryptomatic, incessant work with the music, with the streaming, the DJing, consistent work, like this effort that we put in. And Johnny with the hours long, not hours like literally, but all the clips that man has done and put out there over the years, and the efforts he's even made behind the scenes to help the community. Like, the stuff that, like, this is stuff that you can't put a price on this. The things that happen here, man. Things that happen here. We deserve nothing but success. It's too much. It's too much. Like, too much has been done to fail. 105 years and we still talk about this. I'm annoyed the price is at where it is right now, man. for all the work that's been done up to now, and the price is just here where it is, 2 cents or whatever. I didn't even check. Last I checked, just a couple days ago, wherever it is, it's supposed to be $2. People need to get over themselves. Like let the market rip. Let the market do what it's supposed to do. Free yourself. Stop holding on to anger and poison and disdain and vitriol, right? And hate and all that shit for some person who you probably never meet, man. And allow yourself to be open up to receive the rewards that you deserve accordingly. Like that's really what it is, man. I've heard people this last year and a half just purposely say they will dump hex on everybody's heads because they have more t-shirts than most people coming in after 2021 or whatever. Well, what kind of message is that? So you thinking I'm gonna be happy about some weird story and narratives about benevolent whales? I don't believe any whale benevolent nothing. I don't care about a benevolent anything, entity, whatever. What makes you benevolent? Because you've got a ginormous, extremely huge bag, huge bag. Nobody cares. I don't care about that. I care about the efforts that got everybody here, including myself, to stream at this time on the fifth anniversary. All of that, man, it has some kind of worth and value on some level, man. Come on, man. And then to put all the focus on one person, that, bruh, you watching Gary Gensler step down. You watching a new president come into the office that's supposed to be pro crypto. You watching all these things manifest. It's looking so pristine for us in crypto. It's looking so, we don't have time to be caught up in no ScamTagious. I don't have time for that, man. Take care of your people, Jake Sharp. Take care of your people, because you had a lot of support from people who believed in Hex and went over to you because they thought you had the promised land of green goods. Okay? It ain't easy. It ain't easy being cheesy, but you chose to be in your position. Take care of your people. A lot of them came from Zen 2, the Jack Levin situation. A lot of y'all came from a lot of different communities, but you started from Hex too. A lot of people started from Hex. Maybe some people in my chat have also experimented or even invested. It's no judgment because we're here to win on some level. But y'all, Jake, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, you still talk about illegal ICO for the guy. You talk about he did an illegal ICO. Like, that kind of negative connotation and energy, what do you think you're going to get back from that? And look at your charts. Look at your charts for your project. You keep launching after launch and talk about some hyper deflationary meritocracy, talk fair launch, show people the money. That's the position you put yourself in with these admin keys. That's why you got content creators like Craig Grant and Trevon James doing clips going at you for the last couple weeks. Guys who've been in crypto longer than you. Guys who've seen the ugly and the best in crypto longer than you. Jake, who've been giving you advice and all kinds of stuff. And you got a community of people that want to win. They want to win, but I don't know if you know what you're doing. You sounded like you took a couple courses in some crypto language and some coding, but you got people like my onboard crying to me about why they wrecked because they heard my thing and then took a chance with you because Pulse was sideways. Pulse chain was sideways. Folks they didn't even have the patience to hold on long. That's what I'm saying. If you can't hodl crypto, you don't need to be in crypto. You don't need to be in it. Yes, this last three years sucked for Hex. 3 out of 5 years sucked for Hex. We get that. But how many years sucked for Ethereum and Bitcoin in their lifespan and trajectory? Oh no, zoom out thing for yeah. That's why you got the 55,000X thing going on. Yeah. But people are hurting right now, and you said you could do something, right? That's better. That's better than Richard. You got something better going on. You taking ideas from Pulsar and extrapolate or woodapulate and napulate and canapulate, right? And add nuance, and launch some X28. Look, my onboard put me on. I've been following because I don't like my people getting hurt either, man. X28. Oh, you could do this on multi-chain, Omni bridge, Omni chain, Omni this, Omni that, Omni money. Where's the money? No, it's about the money. Where's the money? A lot of y'all not talking. Y'all are afraid to talk about some talk. And then, unfortunately, this is how disgusting things can get, right? When you have a streamer that was supporting y'all, who might have got into his feelings, got into some kind of Twitter battle with y'all. And now he received death threats, right? Received death threats to his family and children. This is your fair meritocracy community, fair launch, right? This is where people like they'll say things like, "Oh no, cheer up, wonder." No, there ain't no cheer up. Look what this is the nature of what we're dealing with here. We're dealing with money. We're dealing with greed. We're dealing with crime. We're dealing with corruption. We're dealing with the selfish nature of people. When they feel that stuff is threatened, don't hurt the bag, because then then you become a target. When a person was trying to bring awareness to a situation, what did he get? Nothing but attacks. So I don't blame him for leaving your community and said he went back to Pulse Chain. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. All these are Jack Levin. Jack Levin, what are you doing? 2.5 years ago, you were the man. 50 grand. Even Richard saluted you on stream live, which he doesn't do often. And what have you done? Like, bruh, these people, like, they thought they would, you know what I'm saying? This guy thought he took Hex and Zen and made a baby called Titan X. This is the cute, gimmicky type cute, whatever, contrived marketing major fail. You're failing. You should have just focused. On the person who figured this thing out. Yes, painstaking is grueling. Again, no pain, no gain in this thing, man. You're not gonna see 10,000X without experiencing some pain. On some level, man. We're all regular people, man. Many of us are. We're just regular schmegular. I don't care what your socioeconomic status is. You come into crypto, you're trying to find a way to make some money. What's crazy is I have even other onboards. Because I've onboarded a lot of people, believe it or not, over the years. I have other onboards talking to me excited about some XRP. And I feel away because I'm like, oh my God. And you look at XRP chart, you're like, yo, what the hell? XRP? Yeah. I can't tell them nothing. I'm not telling them because they're seeing money. I can't tell them nothing whether I like it or not. Because they're watching money. They talk about other coins, this and that. Me, I'm in the depths of DeFi. I got cryptos in places I forgot. I was like, oh, XRP, oh, damn. I forgot. Man. I can't even begin to tell them about some MetaMask wallet. I'm not talking about your other wallets that you got over here that you want, influencers to talk about to give. I'm not talking about other wallets. I'm talking about the first wallet that connected me to some DeFi, MetaMask. Can't even talk about. They're scared. They don't. They're dealing with Coinbase. Some other thing too. They dealing with like some generals, crypto.com. Nobody got time. I don't got time. Yeah. Trying to hurt the people, man. People are hurting the people. Stop hurting the people. Hurting the people, man. A lot of these guys in this community too, they swear they would have wished that RH Maxis talked about their projects. The last thing the only thing that was they said, oh, we're toxic, we're narrow-minded, and this and that. No, but you wish if we would have kept it to RH Maxi and we talked about your project, nondescript, non-RH, your tune, your entire tune would change. That's how much power folks who are committed to their conviction, right? Dedicated and determined to stick to their plan. That's how much power you possess, we possess. I'm telling you, folks, I'm not lying to y'all. That's how much power we possess. Because we are in the minds of many people who wish maybe that they could also practice the same actions that we exhibit. Because I don't care what builders do, as long as people are not getting rugged, you can't stop them. I care only when like people like my onboard is complaining to me, and I'm like, I don't even have to really complain about it or talk about it. I bring awareness. But that's all I can do. There's no crypto police where I could file a complaint. You know, headquarters, or I'm gonna go to the crypto authorities, knock knock, and I can't do nobody. Not for something that nobody forced you to get into, that you got into. Nobody forced you, and you into it. Who forced you? Nobody. You weren't under duress. And then when we talk about cross chain, that's the thing. That's another thing. Yeah, I'm gonna bring it back to that again. You know, them guys from Pulsar try to create something for Pulse Chain to connect with that green team situation, right? You know, it's weird. It's like, yo, why did this guy do that to them? Like he just took their idea. In my opinion, it's just my opinion. I'm free to say whatever I want. Nobody cares. Took their idea and did some X28. And you're looking at X28, it's like it reminded me of Pulsar. You created something where you could have your token utilized on multi-chains. Meanwhile, what was the idea of Pulsar? Connecting your green system onto Pulse Chain. Meanwhile, the guys from Pulsar are pro-building, right? I even had a conversation with RG3 in the beginning of this year about this. Like, you know, you want to build. I don't understand what happened to, you know, we had our own issues, which is not even an issue no more. We talked about it already. But what you do to these guys, you see? And then this is why I then come around and I say, listen, man, you see, all this effort y'all did into putting into some young guy, and it had nothing to do with his age and being young. But you gave your information to this guy. He's yesing you to death, telling you he loves it, he loves it, he loves it, he loves it. Guess what he did? Launched something weeks ago that I almost like it really reminded me. When I saw it, I was like, oh, this is on multi-chains. And then my onboard is complaining to me why his numbers are not going up. How he was told or he learned from Telegram group research that, oh, your thing is hyper deflation. No, but, oh, yeah. What was it? It was a certain date that everything was going to be hyper deflationary, and no one gave a crap until this day. Because it's not, they don't see the money. Nobody cares about your terms. Nobody cares about your operative terms. Meritocracy, fair launch, hyperdeflation. Show me the money. It's not your money. People ruin your reputation. When you mess up in crypto, you want to be a leader, comes huge responsibility. A lot of people couldn't deal with what Rich is dealing with. True to form, they couldn't deal with it. They couldn't deal with it. You want to assume this position of leadership. These people in this community try to presume, oh, I'm going to build this. I'm building that. I'm building this. I'm building that. And then when it doesn't yield the money, you add a shit stain to your reputation. And then what? You think people are going to forget? You think people are going to forget? Meanwhile, Post-chain taking his sweet time. Post-chain taking his sweet time, so much so that people willfully become upset. They become enraged and they dump and they give up. Post-chain been taking its sweet time. PulseX taking its sweet time. What's it in a rush for? Just like Bitcoin took its sweet 16 years. In January, it will be 16 years since Genesis block. 16. And less than that, it almost touched 100K in its 15th year. We just made 5 years. And people crying, clamoring. Pulse-chain, May of next year will be 2 years. People are crying and clamoring. PulseX 2 years, crying, blood clot, crying, clamoring, complaining, whining. They're not built for the crypto, man. They're not built for it. Ethereum, 9 years. What happened to the narrative of how everybody was shitting on Richard because he bought the local ETH top with the 170,000 Ethereum? What happened to the narrative? How everybody was shitting on, not everybody, but so many people had all this criticism about shitting on Richard. What happened? A couple days ago, ETH was touching 3,700 again. What happened? What are the naysayers? 5 years, yo. 5 years old. Hex. James Hunt, I see you. He said on board telling me about it. Yeah, facts. Me too. I 100%. 100%. And if things should go like it's done previously, these next 12 months or so, up to the next 12 months, take advantage, folks. Take advantage in a glorious way. Don't take advantage in things that's just suspect. It's like risky. You're gonna have things come out the woodwork too. That's gonna rip. It's just how the nature of the beast. Things are gonna come out of the woodwork that we don't even know anything about right now within the next 12 months. Projects are gonna come, coins are gonna drop, tokens are gonna drop, all these things, contracts, all these things are gonna come out of nowhere and make crazy money because that's how it is. It's highly speculative crypto, 100%. But then you're also gonna have these coins that we've been holding that's supposed to do what it's supposed to do. Potentially. Where are you gonna position yourself? I'm tired of gambling, even though this is all a gamble and some, but I'm tired of some scratch off. That's why I say what I say, and my onboard told me about some crazy stuff, and I'm like, yo, man, I told you, man. I told you to relax. But some people can't help themselves. Again, there's no judgment. Everyone has a story. But don't pretend like these people, these project founders be pretending like they have so much more alpha than the man they used to learn from. They want to outshine the master, outdo the teacher. Good luck. Good luck. Don't get scammed, man. Crypto one that got scammed, man. He didn't believe 5 years ago. He didn't believe in Hex. And look at it, 5 years to the day. 5 years to the day. He's talking about Hex now. Don't get scammed, man. Angelo says, thoughts on crypto? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's just that is. Oh, bruh. I hear you, man. Bless your heart. You know what I mean? Like I have no thoughts. I have zero thoughts. I expressed my thoughts on that several months ago. You know what I mean? Like several months ago. But I hear there's a stable coin pegging conference coming. Out of control, man. A pegging conference. A stable coin pegging conference, bro. Like this is where we're at. And I also saw a thing, somebody saying there's a virtual conference going on for Hex right now. I hear you. But again, the sentiment is kind of weird. A virtual conference. It's kind of weird, man, right? A little bittersweet, but I'm more on the line of it being sweet because everything is pointing in the right direction as far as crypto. We don't know from a macro level what the worldly affairs will bring. You know, there's still like strife and global contention among countries along the world. I hope things just resolve where blood doesn't have to be shed unnecessarily. You know, people find ways to create strife and war to generate revenue and make money, but I hope that doesn't happen, man. Like, but in terms of cryptocurrency, like we are in a very, very great space in my opinion, or we're approaching an even greater space. We're approaching an even greater space, and we just have to take advantage, man. Take advantage of this opportunity that's abound. Because once this bull market cycle passes, you know, we get ready for a bear too. Prepare for that. Prepare for that. Prepare for that. But good people, that's about it, man. Salute to the chat. Enjoy the rest of your day, the beginning of your week. You know, may it be prosperous. May you remain healthy and sound and remain vigilant. And don't get scammed, man. Don't get scammed. Peace.